Tesla supercharger costs are continuing to increase. September has been a month of contrasts. Following a sizable decline in its customers in the first few days, it now must deal with a fresh and sizable climb. We therefore examine the cost of charging at a Tesla supercharger. But first, please like and subscribe What's News, and then sit back and relax. At around the same time that it increased the cost of fast charging on its supercharger network, Tesla also made some of the superchargers accessible to EVs from other manufacturers. With costs starting at 0.77 euros per kilowatt-hour for Tesla customers in Denmark and 0.89 euros per kilowatt-hour for non-Tesla owners, the electric car company has announced a significant price increase for its superchargers across Europe. While Switzerland can charge up to 0.54 euros per kilowatt-hour and non-Tesla owners can pay 0.80 euros per kilowatt-hour, Spain's pay ranks among the lowest in all of Europe. The price rise in our nation places Tesla superchargers at an average cost of 0.55 euros per kilowatt-hour for Tesla owners, while those who recharge with a non-Tesla vehicle will pay 0.71 euros per kilowatt-hour. It should be noted that owners of non-Tesla vehicles can also charge at 0.55 euros per kilowatt-hour, but must pay a monthly subscription fee of 12 euros and 99 cents. With the increased costs, the more affordable Tesla Model 3 costs 24.75 euros while charging at 45 kilowatts with 75% of its battery. Without membership and using a non-Tesla model, the identical fee soars to 31.95 euros. September turned into a month of ups and downs. The opening days of September brought with it excellent news for Tesla owners. Recharge costs decreased from 0.53 euros per kilowatt-hour to 0.46 euros per kilowatt-hour, restoring the majority of the 9-cent cost increase that occurred in July of last year. Prices for those who aren't subscribers stayed the same. With another new rise of 9 cents, the happiness hasn't lasted very long. It is the biggest challenge Tesla owners have faced, along with July. Additionally, non-subscribers have the highest price increase, with each top-up costing an extra 5 cents. It must be considered that prices for Tesla owners have increased by 0.26 euros per kilowatt-hour since they started to be paid, nearly doubling their initial cost. The cost of recharging in a 45 kilowatt supercharger has increased by 11.70 euros, and since December of last year, the cost of this recharge has increased by 8.55 euros. Before its electric cars were even extremely well-liked. Some people used to think that Tesla was a little more than crazy for launching its network of rapid chargers, known as superchargers. Time has proven that they completed their schoolwork promptly, and possibly they were the only ones who completed it correctly. Tesla has enjoyed a sustained competitive edge for years that no one has been able to duplicate thanks to superchargers. The Tesla network is now being made available to other manufacturers so that any owner of an electric vehicle may use it. But how much does it cost to refuel at a supercharger? Is it costly or affordable? One of the key advantages of superchargers, in addition to the good charging power they can provide, is their dependability and user-friendliness. Tesla fast chargers are linked with high-quality performance, whereas others may raise concerns or more issues than you might want. For instance, there are already 43 stations in Spain with about 320 different superchargers. The V2 superchargers can produce up to 150 kilowatts of electricity, while the most recent V3 models can provide 250 kilowatts of power. Tesla unveiled its first V3 superchargers in December. The Tesla Model Y can support charging power up to 250 kilowatts. Superchargers were formerly only accessible to Tesla customers. Only American-made devices could be loaded, although this is starting to change. Tesla has started letting other automakers' electric vehicles use its fast chargers. It began in the Netherlands and quickly expanded to France and Norway. Now they are starting to do so in several nations, though now only in a small portion of the superchargers on their soil. A wise choice and good news for all electric car owners, especially those who drive frequently. How much does it cost to charge a Tesla at a supercharger? But let's get to the point. How much does recharging at a supercharger cost? If you own a Tesla, You are already aware of the solution. You should be aware that Tesla's rapid recharge costs 0.44 euros per kilowatt-hour if you are considering purchasing one. Given that the cost may differ significantly based on the charger, it is an average. This is the price that Tesla now charges as a result of the recent price hike brought on by the rise in energy costs. Almost all superchargers around the world now charge more money. Tesla increased the cost of fast charging in Spain last December by 7 cents, or from 0.29 to 0.36 euros per kilowatt-hour. It increased to 0.41 euros in March before increasing once more 2 weeks ago to 0.44 euros per kilowatt-hour. At the current exchange rate, a 45 kilowatt-hour recharge costs 19.8 euros. Traveling 100 kilometers at this rate costs roughly 8 euros when driving at the permitted speed limit on the highway and under average weather conditions, neither too cold nor too hot. How much does it cost to use a Tesla Supercharger to recharge an electric vehicle from another manufacturer? Customers who own an electric vehicle from another brand can choose between 2 alternative pricing options from Tesla, without a subscription and with a subscription. Tesla gives the option to plug and pay for the energy used in the supercharger on the one hand. In this instance, the cost per kilowatt-hour without a membership is 0.64 euros. Additionally, it could differ slightly amongst superchargers. The second alternative is to purchase a subscription for 12.99 euros per month, which entitles you to use superchargers for recharging at the same cost as Tesla owners, or a rate of 0.43 euros per kilowatt-hour. Parking a car without recharging it carries a fine. If we keep the car on the charger after the recharge is finished, Tesla also assesses a fee. Customers of other brands, as well as those of Tesla, are subject to this so-called idle cost. If the station is 50% or more occupied and the car is left parked without being charged, Tesla will charge 0.50 euros per minute of inactivity. The fine is 1 euro per minute if it is full, and there are no further free superchargers available at that station. Remember that there is no cap on the amount that can be charged for inactivity. In other words, carelessness or rudeness might cost a lot of money. How much do other fast-charging providers charge per watt? Depending on the service provider and the maximum capacity of the particular charger, fast-charging fees at public charging stations vary from 0.39 euros per kilowatt-hour for the 150 kilowatts quick charge to 0.79 euros per kilowatt-hour for the base rate. The prices range. This growth presents a scenario that is projected to get more complex throughout the winter, which is a worry. The disruption of the Russian gas supply is probably going to increase the cost of energy during the colder months, which might directly affect the cost of refills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, the subscription button, and the notification bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded from this channel. Please share your thoughts about how much a Tesla cost in 2022 in the comment section below. Thank you.